Okay, so hello everyone. So today I'm going to present our ICCV 2015 paper, Human Pose Estimation in Videos. This is the authors are me and Dr. Zhang. So let me do some introductions first. About human pose estimation in single images. The input is just one image, and the output is the configuration of the human pose in this image. And the different colors means different body parts, and also the pose estimation gives the results of the joint locations for the human body. And for the human pose estimation in videos, actually the input is one video, and the output we want to get the human pose estimation for every frame, and to make sure that they are consistent through the frames. So for this human pose estimation, there are a lot of applications. For example, for action recognition, if you have the human pose estimations for every person in the video, then you can do more fine-level action recognition. And also, for human-computer interaction, if you can estimate the human pose, then for the game design and game designers, they can get more involved for the person who is playing the game. For example, Microsoft Kinect was doing such kind of applications, and also for surveillance. For a lot of people, if you can estimate their poses in the videos, then you can track them more accurately, and you can, by the same time, you can do some further analysis for their activities. And our goal is for full body human pose estimation in videos. There are two key points, full body and videos. For the first key point, full body versus upper body, it is more challenging because it has more joints, but for upper body you only do the joints for upper body body parts, and the full body pose estimation is also more useful because it can give more information about the human pose. The second point is videos versus images. For videos, actually the advantage is that we can continuously output consistent pose estimation, but for images we can only estimate for each of the image. And also we have more information. Actually, we can use the temporal information to further improve the pose estimation results. Here are some related works. So for human pose estimation, there are three major research directions. The first one is for RGB grayscale image-based human pose estimation. For example, Zhang and Ramana has very good research papers about this. And another direction is for depth image-based human pose estimation. For this application, I think Microsoft Kinect is the best example. And another one is for video-based human pose estimation. For video-based human pose estimation, there are two major problems. The first one is about full body pose estimation, and the second one is for upper body pose estimation. And since we are going to be focused on this full body pose estimation in videos, I'm going to introduce two major methodologies which were designed to solve this problem. The first methodology is called full body pose candidate based methods. In this method, they generate multiple full body pose candidates for each frame and select the best ones through the frame. And the second methodology is called body part candidate-based method. For this kind of methods, they generate multiple candidates for each body part and select the best ones for each of the body part in every frame. Actually, there are a lot of papers in this category. For example, Tokola has proposed a tracking by selection method, and Charan has proposed a method which estimates the body parts from the root to the leaves, which means that from the head to the hands and the feet. And Ramakrishna has proposed a method to take advantage of the symmetric body part information to further improve the results. And SAP's method uses submodels to improve the efficiency of the algorithm. Now let me introduce our motivations and intuitions about this, about our method. First, I have to introduce you two important concepts about the problem. It's about relational graph and the hypothesis graph. And let me show you an example. So this is the checklist relational graph. There are several frames, and in each frame, each node represents one specific body part. And this is the corresponding checklist hypothesis graph, which means that for each of the body part, you have several hypotheses. For example, in frame 1, you have three part hypotheses for this specific body part, and also for frame 2, there are also three hypotheses. And what we want to do is to select one hypothesis for each of the frame, and to make sure that the overall objective function is maximized, which means that actually in this graph, each node has a unary weight, and each edge has a binary weight. We want to select the longest path from this graph. Okay, so let me introduce the graph formulation for the video-based human pose estimation. These are three frames. So, and we have different joints. The blue ones are the joints, and you can see that there are head and shoulder, two shoulders, and the feet, and so on. And these yellow edges are the tree-based structure, which were commonly used in the literature to estimate the human pose for single images. And we have these kind of edges for every frame, and we also have another kind of edge, which is called symmetric intra-frame edges, which connects the symmetric body parts, because we think the symmetric information for the body part, like the two hands, they are similar and they are in different locations. This information is also important, so we add the blue edges. Also, these blue edges exist in every frame. And also, since we are doing pose estimation for videos, there should be some connection between the body parts in different frames. So these red edges actually represent the inter-frame edges, which means that the edges are across frames. And if we examine this graph carefully, we will see that there are a lot of simple cycles. For example, this cycle is within one frame. We call it intra-frame simple cycles. And there's another type of cycle, which is called inter-frame simple cycles, which are the cycles for different frames. These kind of cycles. And if we look at this graph carefully, we will find that there are too many simple cycles. Actually, so it makes this problem NP hard. Actually, for the inference problem for the graph, if the graph is a tree, the inference problem is easy. You can solve it by dynamic program efficiently. But if the graph contains a lot of cycles, then the problem is even more difficult. And in this case, it's NP hard. It's not solvable, actually. So what we need to do is to remove the simple cycles, remove as many as simple cycles, or we want to actually make it to be a tree in order to make the problem solvable. So we have two ideas to make the graph to be a tree. The first idea is called abstraction, in which we remove the intra-frame simple cycles, which means that the cycles in one frame. This is the real body parts relational graph, you can see that there are a lot of cycles around a simple cycle in this graph, and the right side is the abstraction of this graph. And what we did is that we combined the symmetric body parts, like we combined the 2 feet, 2 arms, 2 hands together to be one single node. Actually, we combined 2 nodes to be 1 node, and then actually this is the abstraction of our final graph. We call it abstract body part relational graph. You can see that this graph actually is a tree. It's a very simple tree. Comparing to the left side graph, there's no simple cycle at all. So, yeah, for this problem, we can solve it easily. Another idea, we call it association. For this idea, we use this idea to remove the inter-frame simple cycles. Which means that for this graph, you can see there are several nodes which are our abstract body part nodes, and this is the abstraction of the nodes, and we track each of the node to the next frame like this, and we have the tracklets. The red nodes are the heads, and the blue nodes are the feet. So actually we track it for 2 frames, and then we track it multiple frames, track it to 3 frames, 4 frames, and finally we have this graph. We call it post-relational graph, and also we can call it a tracklet graph because each node represents 1 tracklet. And this is the tree structure, and by this way we removed all the inter-frame simple cycles. Now let me introduce my proposed method. Our method consists of 5 steps. For the first step, we use the N-best method to generate a lot of hypotheses. For example, this is the input image, and we generate 1 pose. It's the yellow one, and we can generate another one which is the green pose, and another one which is the red one. We can generate a lot of such kind of pose hypotheses for each video frame. And the second step, we call it real body part hypothesis. Actually, in this step, we generate real body part hypothesis for the frames. Based on the full body pose hypothesis, we can get the locations for each of the body parts, and then we can generate it for every frame. You can see that the red nodes are for the hypothesis for the head, and the blue and yellow ones are for the left and the right feet. And the third step, we call it abstract body part hypothesis. In this step, we combine the symmetric body parts to be abstract body parts. You can see that we have the hypothesis for the left foot and the right foot, and then we combine them together to be several nodes, which is the abstract body parts. And the conversion for the graph is from this very completed graph to this tree, and we call it abstract body parts relational graph. And the fourth step is the abstract body part checklist. In this step, we check the body part hypothesis from each of the frame into checklists. Actually, we have 2 types of abstract body part. One is called single body part, and one is called coupled body part. Single body parts include the head, the neck, because there's only one body part. But for the coupled body parts, we have shoulders, elbows, because all of them are symmetric. And we have 2 graphs to handle these 2 different kind of poses. For example, for the single body parts, using the graph, we first select the longest path, and then it's an iterative process. So then we remove the nodes selected from the first step, then we select the second highest responses from the graph, and so on. And actually, for the graph, as I said, it consists of unary weights and binary weights. And here are the equations that how did we design the weights. This is the unary weights for the single part tracklate, which is a combination of the detection score and the foreground score. And for the single part tracklate binary edges, it's a combination of the first one is the chi-square distances between the hog features, and the second part is the predicted location error. And our objective function is the combined unary and binary weights. And this is the graph for the coupled body parts. And the unary weights for this is the combination of the the detection score for the left component and the right component, and the compatibility score, which is the dot product of the color histogram. And the denominator is the inverse of sigmoid function, which measures the distance between the two body parts. And the binary edge for the coupled part is the combination for the two components as well. And similarly, we define the objective function for the coupled part tracklate. And this is the last step. We call it tree-based post-estimation. And at the left side is our graph. Each node represents one tracklate for each of the body part. And different colors means different body parts. Like the red means the head, and the blue means the foot. And we want to select the best configurations from this graph. And finally, we can get the post-estimation for all the frames simultaneously. And similarly, we have to define the unary binary term for this graph. And the unary weights is defined like this. And basically, it's the objective function from the previous step, from step 4. And the binary weights actually is the compatibility score between the body parts, which measures how compatible the distance between these two parts. Okay, then let me show some results. So here's the results from the outdoor data set, one video. On the left side is our result, and on the right side is the results from the NBEST method, which is our baseline. You can see that for the NBEST method, it's very noisy. There are a lot of double counting problems. Like for the two legs, they are detected at the same location. And also for the arms, it jumps everywhere, so it's kind of very noisy. And for our method, it's kind of stable and consistent through frames. And here's another video for the outdoor data set. We compare our results with several different methods, but since we only have the code for the NBEST method, we compare it quantitatively with NBEST method only. And here are the results for two more videos from the outdoor data set. The people in the videos are doing activities which are quite complex, and for the second person, it moves very fast also. And here's the results from the NBEST data set, which is designed for human pose estimation in videos also.
You skipped one.
Yeah, this video is also from the NBEST method, and this video is quite challenging. And also, actually, for both of the methods, there are some failure cases, and I will talk about later. And here is the results from the human EVA dataset, which is designed for the motion capture system for the human pose estimation. And then let me show some quantitative results. For the quantitative comparison, PCP is a precision measure, so the larger the better, and the KLE is an error metric, so the smaller the better. Here are the results for the two comparison methods, and we show the results for head, torso, and so on, and also the average. And this is our results for the PCP. You can see that almost for all the body parts, our performance is better than the other methods, and the overall results is also better. Here is the KLE results for the two comparison results, and our results improved like 40 to 50% for this measure. And here's another the results on another data set. And for the PCP results, our performance is also better. And for the KLE, our results is also better than like 40–50% better than the state of the art. And here's the results for the unbest data set. Our method also gives 90% accuracy over the PCP measure. And for the KLE, it improves even more than the other two data sets. So here is the summary. So we have proposed a tree-based graph optimization method to solve the human pose estimation problem in videos. And we have two key ideas, abstraction and association. And the intuition is that we want to reformulate the NP-hard problem to a solvable problem without losing important information. And our performance is the best over the literature, and our method is general, and it can be applied to some other vision applications as well. And here are some failure cases, as I said. Since the method still can be improved, I think the failure cases are mostly because the occlusions of the body parts. For example, for the first image, actually the legs is here, but it's occluded by the torso, so it's very difficult to know where is the leg. And also for some other cases, for example, for this image, this body pose is far away from the body poses in the training set, so it's very difficult for the method to estimate a good pose. And another kind of failure cases is this. Since the body part is very far away from the body center, it might be considered as an outlier from the unbest method. Here are some future works. Because as we observed from the failure cases, a lot of images didn't have good results because the unbest method cannot give good hypothesis. So it's better if we can improve the unbest method for a single image. And also we can design some better unary binary ways to improve the performance over the graph. And we can also design some method to handle the occlusions to further improve the results. That's it. Thank you.